Welcome back to the Takeout. Thanks for staying with us. Israel has launched a ground offensive to take Gaza City. Israel says its objective is to destroy Hamas's military infrastructure there. The country's military said expects this operation to take several months. Israel has warned residents to evacuate and head south. Former Prime Minister of Israel, Naftali Bennett, joins me now. Mr. Prime Minister, I'm glad you're here. Thank you for joining us.
Good to be here.
Give me your evaluation of this military move into Gaza City and expressions for those civilians in harm's way to evacuate if they can. They've been evacuating a lot in and around Gaza.
Yeah, it's a tough war. And when we want to reduce the degree of casualties, we always announce in advance an operation, which is fairly unique in warfare. Look, we have two objectives. The main objective is to bring our hostages home. There's still 48 hostages in the dungeons down there. Some of them are starving to death in cages. And we need to defeat Hamas because Hamas repeatedly says that it will continue to attack Israel again and again until they annihilate us. So we can't live with this sort of terror state on our side. This whole thing can go away if Hamas releases the hostages and lays down its arms.
How did the airstrikes in Doha, Qatar, affect the ability to create that negotiated space to win the hostages' freedoms, both dead and alive?
Well, it's a fair question. I'd say the leaders of Hamas are continuing to initiate terror attacks against Israel. A day before that attack, they killed 6 Israeli civilians in Jerusalem, shot them point blank, and Hamas, those same leaders, took responsibility. So they have...
So that makes them proper targets even in a sovereign country, not Israel.
Yeah, that's not a new doctrine. After 9/11, there was a new doctrine that came to be, which is called the harboring terror doctrine, which essentially said that any country that knowingly harbors terrorists, you can attack those terrorists there. Leaning on that doctrine, President Obama took out Osama bin Laden in a sovereign country, which was Pakistan. So we're using that same doctrine here.
There is conversation in the United Nations that I'm sure you're aware of that what Israel has done in Gaza constitutes genocide. Your response?
Yeah, I read this sham report, 72 pages. I read every single page. It's quite remarkable because the whole report is totally silent about the fact that there's something called Hamas. Hamas is not mentioned in a report about a war between Hamas and Israel. So it's sort of like you're walking down the street and someone attacks you and tries to stab you to death. You shoot him, and then everyone just focuses on why are you shooting him? Why'd you shoot him? And forgetting that you're being attacked right now by the stabber. It's full of mistakes. It's a sloppy, slanted report, and it's going to be thrown into the dustbin of history.
You do worry, Mr. Former Prime Minister, about Israel's reputation here in America and globally. Explain to my audience your worries and how this conversation about humanitarian suffering within Gaza contributes to what you're worried about.
Absolutely. Israel is being massively condemned from around the world. Even though we're fighting a war of defense, sending our boys in, you know, if we had thought about genocide, we wouldn't send anyone in. We just bomb the heck out of them. In Gaza right now, the ratio of civilian to terror deaths is 1-to-1, which is way more cautious than even what America did in Iraq, which was 3-to-1, 3 civilians on every militant. Look, we hate this war. I hate war. I fought in many wars in Lebanon, in Judea and Samaria, you name it. And I lost even my best friend. My own son is in the army. This is not something we want. We want to lead our lives, but we can't lead our lives when they're holding 48 hostages and starving them to death and telling us we're going to kill you again.
This is not and rebuild to attack again.
Exactly.
Those are their words. I'm not
You're
doing
right.
anything other than recording.
And so we're in a bind, and I get it that it looks bad because it does look bad, and it is bad. A war is a horrible thing, but Hamas can make it go away and decides to not do that. So unfortunately, we're entering Gaza. We have no other choice.
You know the Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, very well. You were once his chief of staff. You are the creator of a new political party in Israel. You have designs to run for Prime Minister. explain to me what you think Israeli politics wants out of a leader not named Benjamin Netanyahu.
We need to unite Israel, stop with the internal divisiveness. We need a competent, professional government that will open a new page for Israel. And it's no secret, I think the current government is not a good government. We're a democracy.
You said it's corrupt.
I think many things, look, I don't like criticizing Israel abroad, but yeah, we're a democracy, and I think many things about this current government are bad. It doesn't represent the true nature of the Israeli people, which is an amazing nation of decent, hardworking, good people. And we're going to replace it, and you're going to see this amazing turnaround in Israel.
Does that happen? Can it happen? Meaning, can there be a political shift in Israel if the war with Hamas continues? Because there are those supportive of Benjamin Netanyahu, opposed to Benjamin Netanyahu, who say he continues to prosecute the war because that not only serves military aims of Israel, but his own political interests.
Look, I can't get into his mind, and I'm not going to try and do that. I can only look at a person's actions. The current government is not a good government. We deserve more. The world deserves more. The Israeli people deserve more. And the worst thing is this divisiveness. We need to unite Israel, right and left, religious and secular, Jews and non-Jews alike, to be one united nation. And that's something I did. That's something I'm going to do again.
Mr. Former Prime Minister, it's been a pleasure. I hope you come back.
Thank you, Major.
Thank you very, very much.